Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Please visit my social media platforms and my website. Now let's jump straight in so you can see how I got this transformation. Okay, so I washed my hair with the braids first, and then I cut the braids just below where my natural hair stopped, and then I folded and rubber band them up to the length I wanted the locks to be, as you can see here. So yes, as you can see here, if your hair is longer than your desired style, girl, it can work. You can do it. You just gotta find ways. So this is what I did in order to get a shorter style. And as you can see here, I ended up making them even shorter. So I purchased this spring twist hair from Amazon, which I will link below. I take about 2 of the pieces and then just kind of stretch it out with my fingers here, just to kind of loosen up the curl pattern a little bit. So y'all will see, I'm gonna skip to like the 3rd lock here, because yeah, those first 2 was trial and error. I mean, it worked, but it was trial and error. So if you want to see what not to do, like what didn't work for me, I did leave those clips just at the end of the video, because I know that people like to see the right way. I know what y'all really came here for. So if you did want to see what not to do, it will be at the end of this whole process. So no worries. So with those 2 pieces, I'm actually going to add like half of another one. So it's like 2.5. And just to make it longer, because I realized later that I bought spring twist hair that was too short for what I wanted to do. So I kind of put that last piece, as you can see here, together, but I don't line it up fully, if that makes sense. And then you just crochet it in up under that braid and you start twisting. Just kind of watch this process closely. So because we staggered the hair, you will see how some of the next color comes up to be twisted before it's time. I make sure to use up each hair piece with black before moving on to the next color, if that makes sense. So wrap only with the current color you're on, so you still get the preferred ombre effect. You don't want it to be, okay, black and then it's brown mixed into the black and then you go back to black and then you go into blonde. Like, does that make sense? Like, you have to make sure that it goes from black to brown to blonde. So you have to kind of play with the hair pieces. I'm using a mirror that's in my lap so that I can see what I'm doing. So I'm only wrapping with those colors. If I get too close to the blonde right here, then I'm going to basically drop that piece, whichever piece is blonde, and wrap over it with brown until I'm ready to get to the blonde. If you look closely, you should be able to see what I'm talking about. But if not, I'll try to explain better another time, I guess. I don't know. So down here you can see just how rough the texture of the hair is, and that's because I did not comb it out. I did separate the strands a little bit, but if you're going for that messy look, the butterfly look, you see that little curl, it popped out on its own. Like, it just saves you so much more time. You don't have to do additional work because it's spring hair, so it already has the curls and the loops in it. You know, it'll give you that rough look. And then here, I just secure my ends by tying it in a knot. All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. And let me just say really quick, as you're watching this, the reason I secure my ends with just tying a knot, because you want to remember, if you're doing yours the way that I'm doing mine, I do not like to use any type of glue or burn the ends as some others do. That's cool, but because I had to fold my braid up, remember that your natural hair is right there, so you don't want it to accidentally get hit with any glue or with you burning the ends. So I prefer to just secure mine with a little knot, because I'd rather stay on the safe side, because I want all my hair and length when I take these out. So I just want to put that out there.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you.
Yes, do y'all see this? I was so excited once I finally got a lot done. This process actually didn't take too long. It started off a little slow just because I didn't really know what I was doing, just because I hadn't done this before. But once I got the hang of what worked for me, it was not slow at all. And be mindful, it doesn't take me as long, of course, because I already had these braids in, so I'm literally just going on top of a style I already had and wrapping the hair. So take that into consideration if you're starting from scratch. And so you all have probably already seen, I forgot to mention, as far as my method with making it a little messier. I know a lot of people do the thumb method, but that honestly was not working for me. It was like my thumb was just in the way, and I don't know, my fingers was just like, nah. So I use my little pointer finger, and I just pull out random pieces and then keep it moving. Make sure you secure those ends. Those things like to just pop out, so you have to make sure that you wrap on top of them like about 2 times at least before you continue moving, because remember, we already had these braids and then we cut them, so it's a blunt cut. You know, they're a little thicker than if you would have just braided down your natural hair. So them things be trying to show itself, so you have to make sure that you wrap on top of them so you are not getting any of that braid sticking out of your locks.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you.
Yes, look at that turnaround. Like, it is so cute, y'all. Like, I did not know it was gonna be this cute on me. And I love that I chose to do the ombre look. So I've seen others do like the ombre look and they just have different colors of the spring twist, but I was not about to buy all them different, all them separate packs. So I just made it work with the ones I was already ombre. So get you all's favorite oil. Of course, I'm using my brand, the KYC Scalp Drops. This hair can get very itchy. I mean, it's a rough texture, so you definitely want to keep your scalp moisturized. So I just kind of spray that all in my scalp, massage it in, really good. They're somewhat tight, so you'll see that look in my face. And then I'm just kind of putting it in a ponytail before I put my bonnet on. Isn't this a cute little style? I was like, okay. The ponytail with all the colors in the back. I like it. So, of course, I am using all of my products within this video. My oil, that is my lovely bonnet there, which of course will all be linked down in the description box below. You can purchase these at my website. This here is a reversible silk bonnet with the drawstring. It never comes off. Just check my reviews on my social media. You will love it. And that is it. Stay tuned if you want to see how not to do it. Okay, y'all, so my first mistake was only using 2 strands, which, remember, because this braid is a little thicker, I do need to make sure that I have enough to cover the braid, which I will see soon. And then I also did not stagger the spring twist hair. Remember, I said that I purchased the wrong length. So, of course, disregard all of this. If you do not make the mistakes that I did, you don't have to stagger it if you purchase the right length. So, did not stagger it. So you'll see what happens there. It like pretty much stops before I get all the way down to the end. And I have to go through this whole process of just cutting additional pieces. And you'll see, it was just gonna take way too long if I continued doing it this way. So you see how thin it is. I have to keep going back up just to make sure the entire braid is covered.
All that I crave when you're away, nights are sleepless.
Just happy I finally got that one down. So right here, you can already see that that blonde is about to stop, and I am not at the bottom. So mistake number 2. Yeah, so that was not the move. I had to get creative. So I took another strand here and I cut it at the brown. I cut basically all of the black off just so that I can start right where I ended my brown. So basically what I'm doing is just making the brown section longer than what it was. Because remember, this is ombre hair, so it's not like I can just start where it stopped. with the blonde and keep going, or else this ombre look will not be right. It would be black, brown, blonde, black, brown, blonde. Like, does that make sense, y'all? Because I just wanted a real nice ombre. So this is why I chose to do it this way. I mean, it got the job done, but that was not the move, trying to do all of these braids. I don't know how many I got in my head, but I know I got too many. So this was not the move. Those are the two mistakes. If your spring twist isn't long enough, make sure you stagger it, and then make sure you are using enough strands just to cover the entire lock. And voila, look at that, girl. Make sure you guys please follow me on my social media links. Check out my website. And thank you all for watching. Until next time.